Welcome into the... He is the greatest.
This bout is scheduled.
Not too many seats to be... We have high hopes and aspirations for this fight. Nice counter. We wanted action, and they are giving us action. Straight right just misses. If you like defense, you're going to love this fighter. Excellent defense. They stay on the outside. They use their jab efficiently, and they don't take damage.
Flat for the fight. If you've got a dance right there in front, you've got to cut him off. Cut the ring off. Make the ring small. Put him on the back foot. Put him under pressure.
Lucky that hook didn't score. Nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill. Tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you. And so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Real General back in the building. Shots. Tell them man ease up. Getting my peas up, won't get a feel up. This shit feel up. Food in the freezer. Them man try to step with the heater. That's why my G's them roll with a squeezer. Expensive, that's for the meter. Call me the teacher. True man, I reading. Call me a leader. Getting my peas up, won't get a feel up. This shit feel up. Food in the freezer. Them man try to step with the heater. That's why my G's them roll with a squeezer. Expensive, that's for the meter. Call me the teacher. True man, I reading. Call me a leader.
Got high hopes. He is the great.
This bout is scheduled.
The fans are ready. Here we go, round one. Who's going to land the first big shot? Someone tell these two that they can be defensive for a minute if they want to. This fighter's always on their toes, trying to get their opponent rattled, get them off kilter, get them out of their rhythm.
outside fighters create so much unpredictable movement with left to right, box forward, box backwards. You don't know if they're going to attack or defend. Nightmare fighters.
Throws the jab, but it doesn't score. That counter shot lands. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Both of these fighters have had their moments.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Keep an eye on this slugger. As you know, he's willing to take 3 to give 1. That's his game plan, and it's worked out pretty well for him so far.
Tactics out of the window. These guys just want to brawl.
Walk away from each other and then run right back into trouble. You can't make a mistake at the heavyweight level, and despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Ali in that last one. And there's the bell to start round 2. Not the start that they wanted, but let's see what they can do in this round.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Straight right, just misses. Throw a shot, they get countered. He's got to figure out a way to neutralize that length.
You've got to make your opponent fight your kind of fight. You've got to get into your kind of argument, your kind of dance.
Has to be careful for that. Who would have thought Ali would get rattled like this? Averted.
3 days now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
You gotta like what you're seeing as we reach the halfway point of this round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
No rest for the weary. One punch could change the entire complexion of this fight. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. There's the bell to start round 3. After that last round, something has got to change.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Counter punching. They exchange punches. They're both trying for a knockout. Positives and negatives in the heavyweight division are the same. You can win the fight with one punch, and you can lose the fight in one punch. He missed with that jab. Some nice exchanges from both men in this round.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Good counter punch. And this with the jab. You can tell who's stronger and who's faster. Nice stop, but that won't score. How about that time counter shot? Let's talk about Ali in that last round. You know, there's the bell for round 4. So not the best round, but let's see if they can turn it around here.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
They're both looking for the knockouts here, and that's what we expect from heavyweights.
Because you've got a good chin doesn't mean you've got leather skin. It means you can still get caught. So you've got to go for those point areas over the eyebrow, the cheekbone. You've just got to try and cut them, skin them, go for speed.
And just as quickly as it slows down, it heats back up. Right uppercut just off target. Halfway through the round, and I don't know who's got the advantage. Great stuff.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Nice counter punch right up the middle. There's nothing quite like a big heavyweight fight. Everything can change with one punch.
Now this is about desire. This is about character. This is about want.
An uppercut does not score. Perfect counter shot. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Ali in that last round. Into the fray here in round 5. Coming off a very tough round. Let's see what they do here.
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs have gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
The straight right just misses. Misses with the jab. We've seen in the past from this fighter, they don't get concerned when they lose some of the earlier rounds because they know they've got that power that can strike at any moment.
Sometimes when you get in there with someone that's so powerful, you're thinking, you've just got to be smarter than him. You've got to be like a little favourite and pickpocket him.
Nice counter shot. A real good back and forth between these two fighters.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you.
And finally, Muhammad Ali goes down. I want to see that again, but from a different angle.
A shot. 1, 2, 3, 4. Give me your ball.
Well, they're back on their feet right now, Johnny. Do they go toe for toe or do they play defense here?
Hard, he's up. I'll be surprised if he makes it back to the corner. And if he does, will he get back up from the stool again? That was a shot.
Final 10 seconds here, unless we get some late drama. I think we all know who won this round. the momentum shift coming their way. What can they do here?
Oh, listen to me. If I knock somebody down like that round, you know this round coming out? He's getting everything, full barrel because I know his legs are gone. So this, you watch what's going to happen. If he doesn't, I'll be very, very surprised.
That uppercut misses. They need to be careful they don't punch themselves out here. What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
Midway through the fight, if you are tired, this can be the loneliest place in the world. If you cheated, now we're going to find out.
Can they figure out the combination to this set?
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Swing and a miss with that uppercut. Which one of these athletes is going to be the first to get rocked? There's a counter shot. That right uppercut misses. Very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Ali in that fight. Here we go. It's round 7. Well, they got spattered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Power is obviously the great equalizer in boxing, but when you know your opponent is relying on that so heavily, how do you deal with it?
You've got to be courageous when you get in there with someone that's bigger, stronger, and faster. You've just got to use brain there.
Right uppercut can't find a home. They both want the knockout. Beautiful counter shot. Neither one of them want this to go to the judges' scorecard. You'd like to see someone use a jab here to establish a boxing presence, but no, they just want to fight. Both men step back for just a moment. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. About Ali in that. And we enter the 8th round. That corner has got to find a way to get some momentum behind their fighter.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
How nervous would you get when you know you're facing a big puncher like this that can seriously hurt you?
This could be really intimidating, Todd. If you know somebody's got the punch power, someone's got the speed, it can be intimidating. Just depends on how confident you are as a fighter.
Is he going to punch himself out, though. And this is a you hit me hard, I'll hit you hard type of fight. This fight a little bit closer than I think a lot of people thought.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Well done with that counter shot. They won't give us a second to catch our breath. Generally speaking, you don't watch heavyweights to see a boxing match. You want to see a fist fight.
I've seen some fights with a granite chin. You can hit them with a sledgehammer, they are not going to move. But then I've seen some mad punchers with a chin like a crisp. As soon as you touch them, they're gone. And this is the danger spot.
This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Ali in that last round. Well, this is the time that And there's the bell for round 9. It has been all one-way traffic. How do they turn this around?
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you. And that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Nice counter. Missed him with that uppercut. Can't find a home in that jab. Just misses with that uppercut. One punch changes everything in this division. It's the heavyweights.
What can they change? Can they slow the pace down? Can they hope to knock them out early? What can they do? They've got to concentrate and relax. Because you know what you can do in the gym, you can do it in a fight. It's got to relax.
Have to be a judge in this fight as both fighters have had their big moments.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I got to respect both of them more than happy.
And he scores with the counter. Is this the beginning of the end for Muhammad Ali? How did they not go down?
Defense, defense, defense is everything because they got shot once, they know they can get caught again. So for the...
Hold on, gotta cut you off here, Johnny. Deontay Wilder rocked right now. He's in some serious trouble. Let's talk about Ali in that last round. And around that... This is the 10th. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him up. Be smart because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs have gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
Jab misses. They are not going to let this one go to the judges. And down goes Wilder. Lincoln, you miss it. Good thing we can watch that all over again.
Where did that come from? What a shot. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Apparently it's going to take more than that to keep this fighter down.
The corner need to think nice and sharp. They know their fight. They know what their fight's capable of doing and what their fight can and cannot take. This is going to be a tough decision to make.
Halfway through the round and they're struggling a little bit.
Not the best start, but you know what? The cornermen, now it's down for them doing their job. Get through the round, regroup, like freshen up, boom. Different tactics.
effort being exerted here. Starting to take some deep breaths now, but still fighting hard. Final 10 seconds here, and the corner is going to have their work cut out for them. Let's talk about Wilder in that last round. You've got to wonder how big of a factor that knockdown is going to be we just saw. There's the bell to start round 11. They really got banged up last round. What can they do here to change the momentum?
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This round, they've got to coast around. Don't get involved. Give yourself another 3 minutes to get your head clear.
In the early rounds of a fight, you'll see two boxers feel each other out, test each other's power, and I think this boxer has decided I can walk through anything that lands.
What a gift. What a gift it is to have a chin where you know you can walk through anything and everything. When you let those shots go and it's just bouncing off and they're walking you down, it's so demoralizing. It absolutely breaks your heart. What else can you do?
They figure out the combination to this safe.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
The only fear you have with this fighter is has he punched himself out? Is he going to punch himself out, though? Holding nothing back here in the round. He threw a punch and just got countered. I know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Ali in that last round. And there's the bell to start round 12. How much is left in their tank after last round?
Exerted a lot of energy in the fight so far. Now they're shattered. This is what you call championship rounds. If you have done the work, slept right, ate right, prepped right, I'm expecting you to get through this. If not, if you cheated, the ring can be the loneliest place in the world.
Catch and shoot. When you're a power puncher, you're not as concerned with how many punches you throw. It's about how many you land and how hard they are.
They know the second they touch you.
And the bronze bomber goes down. Let's see that again.
I've got to see that again.
One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You're out.
Not many people would have...
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of
These two have certainly talked the talk. Now, here we go for round one. Neither one of them want this to go to the judges' scorecards. Nice counter shot. Stamina is off the charts. They better start respecting each other's punching power. Johnny, a lot of fighters focus on their defense with their hands up. This fighter focuses on their defense with their footwork, moving on those angles, staying out of danger.
It's a flat-footed fight. If you've got a dance right there in front, you've got to cut them off. Cut the ring off. Make the ring small. Put them on the back foot. Put them under pressure.
Those who thought this would be a mismatch, you are sorely wrong.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Is he going to punch himself out, though? There's a counter shot. Catch and shoot. Nope, that jab not going to score. He just gets out of the way of that right uppercut. Has to be Tommy Morrison. Oh no, what's happened? Let's talk about Ali in that last round. Well, we know that. Here we go, round two. Who's going to land the first big shot? Coming off that great round, let's see if they can build on momentum here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Don't get caught up on how many times this guy gets hit. He's a slugger, Johnny, and you know he's just waiting for his opportunity to strike back.
With sluggers, you cannot let them get into a rhythm because this is how they train. This is how they prepare for a fight. This is what they'll do all night. Do not dance their dance. You've got to use speed.
You can't make a mistake at the heavyweight level and not expect to be punished for it. Nice counter shot. These two were made for each other. Both of these men showing exceptional chins, by the way. The positives and negatives in the heavyweight division are the same. You can win the fight with one punch, and you can lose the fight in one punch. That uppercut's blocked. They threw the hook. It didn't land. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Ali in that last round. That bell could... Here we go in round three. Who's going to land the first big shot? It has been all one-way traffic. How do they turn this around?
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
They hit like heavyweights, but they move like middleweights. Truly elite level stuff here.
Todd, look back in history.
And down goes Morrison. And as we see it again, there's no way to get up when you get clipped with a shot like that.
That's lights out right there.
1, 2, 3, 4. Listen to me. Are you okay?
Well, they're back up on their feet, but I'm not sure why.
That is a show of character. When you're put down, your ego's hurt, your chin's hurt, your body's hurting, and you've got to get up, suck it up, and think, right, I'm back in the game again. It's so hard for a fighter.
Halfway through the round, and I think he knows he's got a lot of work to do.
There's a lot of work to do, and you know what? It's hard to pull back.
Whoa, Johnny, out of nowhere. Oh, no! Ali is down! Let's watch that again and replay from a...
1, 2, 3, 4. Can you continue?
They're back on their feet, but how long will they stay there?
Some fighters, when this happens, this can be heartbreaking. Some fighters, it makes them angry. They want to get back into the mix again. I want to know, what sort of character are we looking at here?
A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Both men getting off the kick. Back at it in round 4. What is this round going to look like after all the drama of the previous round where both of these athletes went down?
I've seen that twice before, both fighters knocked down in the same round, and you think, who's going to go back as confident, who's going to come out as confident? Both fighters went back on unsteady legs. How is this going to unfold?
Beautiful counter shot. Right uppercut can't find a home. Throws the jab, it doesn't score. That right uppercut misses. When you're a power puncher, you're not as concerned with how many punches you throw. It's about how many you land and how hard they are.
This could be really intimidating, Todd. If you know somebody's got the punch power, someone's got the speed, it can be intimidating. Just depends on how confident you are as a fighter.
Both of these fighters have had their moments.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Well, they're going deep into the gas tank on this round. What heart, what desire, but at what cost? Very close round. Hold that thought. And finally, Muhammad Ali goes down. Let's see that again.
Shot from the guard state.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Are you okay?
Let's talk about Ali and that. Back into the fray here in round 5. Let's see how he bounces back here after getting dropped in the last round.
What a knockdown. 1 minute, you need 1 hour to get over a shot like that. Now it's down to conditioning. Now it's down to mental strength and preparation. It's how you are going to deal with this.
And he misses with that jab. What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
So you're getting in there with somebody that's so fast, you're prepared to take a licking because you've got to get some before you get in close.
Tried to score with a jab. One punch could end this fight for either of these two heavyweights.
Sometimes when you have a fight, the best way to beat a fight is not give them what they want, because they want...
Morrison is hurt. We need to see that again. Some amazing boxing right there.
I need to see that again.
One, two, three, 4, 5, 6. You still want to fight?
Showing a lot of heart to beat the count there.
What resilience to be down and to be back up again, to get yourself back into fight again, to show your fitness and determination. Maximum respect.
Final 10 seconds here, and the corner better get warmed up. They've got some work to do. Tommy Morrison, oh no, what's happened? Let's talk about Morrison in that last round. It's not... On to the 6th round. He got knocked down in the last round. Let's see what he can do here.
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This round, they've got to coast around. Don't get involved. Give yourself another 3 minutes to get your head clear.
The only fear you have with this fighter is, has he punched himself out? All right, hook misses. One punch changes everything in this division. It's the heavyweights.
What can they change? Can they slow the pace down? Can they hope to knock them out early? What can they do? They've got to concentrate and relax. Because you know what you can do in the gym, you can do it in a fight. They've got to relax.
He needs to be careful not to punch himself out. Tommy Morrison, oh no, what's happened? I thought that was the end, but here we go again. Back into the fire.
Got caught sleeping on the job. What do? You step back.
Whoa, Johnny, out of nowhere, look at this. And Morrison did not handle that punch well. No, we don't see a knockdown.
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get up.
Hold on a second, Johnny. Did you see that? Tommy Morrison, oh no, what's happened? Let's talk about Ali in that last round. Here comes round 7. Well, Johnny, can he keep the momentum going after that last huge round for him?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything worked. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
Nope, that hook won't score. And Morrison did not handle that punch well. And down goes Morrison. I don't care how good your chin is, a punch like that, and you're going down.
Even I've got to see that again. Where did that come from?
One, two, three, 4, 5, 6. Come to me.
Apparently it's going to take more than that to keep this fighter down.
Got to waste time. Step behind the referee. When he comes close, tie him up. The referee's then got to paw you. Walk around the ring. You've just got to make the most of it. Because if you let him jump back on you again, he's going to get momentum and pull you down again. And that's a lot of points to lose in the round.
halfway through the round, and they've got some work to do to get back into it.
It's that forever hope. Remember the fight at Evander Holyfield? He could be behind on points up until the last 10 seconds, but he's fighting like he's going to put it back. That's the kind of hope we need.
I gotta stop you here, Johnny, as we pick up the heat. Morrison is hurt. You could see it in their eyes. They saw that punch coming, and there was nothing they could do.
You're right, Todd. What a shot.
One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You're out.
It happened. You saw it here live.